Rightio, so I got a question this morning from someone here, and this is something that we answer all the time. What does P&G stand for? So let's go through it. Now, my simple version of P&Gs is everything that's not labor and not materials is what goes into a separate column. So as we can see here on this sheet, we've got a summary tab of the project. So this is everything we go through. Then we've got the prelims column here. So this is where we're going to work. Then we've got the extension and the alteration, but let's focus on the prelims because every single builder needs to be focusing on this, all right? So prelims for me was whenever you're pricing a project out and you're looking at, okay, cool, all the labor, all the materials. Now, what's everything that's not included in there? Project manager, tradesman labor, working days allowance, like it's all those little things there. So obviously this one was included in the job. But for example, tradesman labor component would be lagging materials, taking window deliveries, cleaning up every single day, et cetera, et cetera. So plant and equipment, scaffolding, sometimes people like to put that in as a line item on the extension. But we've got obviously scaffolding in here. Generator hire, so anytime where we're hiring plant and equipment, small plant tool hire. So we've allowed the amount of weeks and roughly how much money we'd kind of be spending on average on a hireage for those items, okay? Temporary propping as well for structural steel, insulation. We always put propping in there. Now that's whether you're going to use your own timber, labor hours to build props and install yourself, or whether you're going to hire like an acro prop and use it that way. Then we've got transport in zone 3. So as you can see, we break down all of our P&Gs in individual zones there, okay? So skip hire, that's what you would have out the front of your site. So for the duration of the project. Now, we typically sort of allow half to one skip a week, but in the demolition phase, we probably have that as a separate line item, okay? Grab lorry, that's a different line item there as well. And then van vehicle allowance. If you're not charging fuel, like if fuel is extremely expensive right now, you need to be charging a vehicle charge fee every single time on every job if you can get away with it. So I understand it can add up if you're on a job for a year and you've got 2 or 3 boys going a day and you're running 2 to 3 vans. That's up to you to how you will kind of interpret that with your own guys, but you've got to be charging that out, non-negotiable, you know. Statutory and professional fees. Now, this will vary for every single person, and this is usually the stuff that gets taken out, okay? So this was a project in Scotland, building warrant fee, party wall surveyor fees, structural engineer, specialist waterproofing design, building standards, okay? So this is stuff that potentially has already been paid for by the client. So if so, that can literally just be taken out. So you can go through and you can take that out straight away, okay? But it's our job to put all of these items in, and it's your job to go through and strip out what isn't needed, okay? Site setup, safety, and welfare. So whenever you go to a job, you want to set up your branding, your advertising throughout the start of a project. So we make sure that you've got that sitting there. Temporary protection to existing property during work. So if this is like a knock-through extension, there might be plywood that's needed or hoarding put up just to protect the existing home, okay? So that's something that we would always make an allowance for. Like I say, that might be 1 or 2 hours to put a couple of sheets of ply up at the start, but then to do maintenance, cleaning, take it down, put it back up at the end of every day as well, okay? Health and safety plan, this is something that you've always got to allow for. We include this in P&Gs. Making good, protecting to neighbouring properties and shared surfaces, so that could just be like temporary fencing on the side of a property. Insurance, we try and break that down. What would your yearly insurance be? How long is this project? Divide that by the weeks, and then put that in by how many weeks you've got there, okay? And then final completion clean, whether you clean or whether you don't, it's our job to put it in. Final completion clean, strip and clear of all temporary protection on completion. There we go, 31% for that job. So this one was about 25% of the project, but I think we're gonna be ending up taking all of that out. We'll take quite a bit of the project management out. The scaffolding price will probably come down. These are all the tweaks and changes that we make with the builder. So let us know if you don't understand P&Gs. That's the simplest way to understand it. Thank you.